Why, hello, friends and future Blue Jays. This is Carrie from Elmhurst U back with another How to EU video. Today's topic is a big one. Today we're going to be discussing the RSVP process for advising and registration appointments. Now, to summarize, the advising and registration appointments are essentially the meeting with an advisor where you set your schedule for the upcoming semester. There are a couple of things you have to make sure that you have done first. So today we're going to be covering that. Whether you're a transfer student or you're an incoming freshman, stick around while I give you all of my tips and tricks on how to go through this process as both an admission counselor and an alum. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I typically always start my videos here on the Elmhurst University website because this is such a great wealth of information. And most importantly, it's where you can always have access to the My Elmhurst student portal, which is going to be integral to making the advising and registration appointment. Just to recap, make sure you have access to your My Elmhurst portal, the virtual Blue Jay Roost as well, and also make sure that you have submitted your $100 tuition deposit. I am on the Office of Admission page, but you're able to access the My Elmhurst portal anywhere on the website by clicking on the My Elmhurst button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You are going to want to make sure that you go in through the admitted students section. Let's go ahead and sign in. And here we are on the main page of the My Elmhurst student portal. But since we are primarily focused on the RSVP process, we are going to go ahead and click on the Advising RSVP button in the upper left-hand corner here. Once we get to this Advising RSVP page, the first thing that you're going to see is just some helpful tips. But let's go ahead and get into the virtual Blue Jay Roost so that we can look at the RSVP form. So we're going to click here on an RSVP for advising. Now, I'm already logged in, but the system will prompt you to enter your email address and password. We have Victor E. Blue Jays portal here, who is going to be coming in as a freshman this fall, and there is the advising tab. This is where the RSVP form is officially going to be located, as well as all of that information that you need. So let's go ahead and head on over here. Like it says, quick tip, it may take up to 24 hours for this to be available as your tuition deposit is processing. So go ahead and scroll down. Victor E is a freshman or first year, which you see indicated by the FYR here. For transfer students, you will see a TR instead. It's going to look exactly the same for you. We have a virtual appointment option and we have an in-person on-campus option. Another quick note here, Victor Blue Jay is specifically hoping to study business and economics, which is why you see the BUS ECO. If you have already indicated a major of interest, that is going to be what appears here for you. Or if you're undecided, that may show up here as well. So depending on whatever your major of interest is or your program, that is what you're going to see here. And that is also what you're going to see below when you're actually picking an appointment with an advisor. Now, when it comes to picking either virtual or in person, that ultimately is up to personal preference. The virtual appointments tend to be over Zoom and they consist of you meeting directly with the faculty advisor. Whereas the in-person appointments will have you come to campus and you may undergo some peer advising in addition to one-on-one time with the faculty advisor as well. After you've decided which option is going to be best for you, you can go ahead and select a date and time that works with your schedule. We're going to go ahead and have Victor Blue Jay sign up for a virtual appointment on May 6th. So we have that selected. Whatever is highlighted in gray is what is currently selected. And then it's showing the availability for that day underneath here. Let's go ahead and select the 4 p.m. option and continue to registration. And this is the first year RSVP form. Transfer is also going to look pretty similar. There are just a couple of items that are different that are worth noting, and I'll point those out as we move through this. The first section of this form is just to confirm that we have your information correct. So go ahead and go through here, check your name, check that E number, and check your major. The next couple of questions are super important because we are going to be using your email address and phone numbers to send important updates and confirmation information. And you're going to want to make sure that they are both correct. And it does look correct for Victor Blue Jay here. Now, the placement exams is where it's going to get slightly different for first-year students versus transfer students. This form is catered to first year specifically, so if you take a read through, it will tell you everything that you need to know. But to summarize, there are 3 placement exams that you can take prior to your advising or registration appointment. Incoming first-year students, it's required that you take the mathematics and world language placement exams prior to your appointment, whereas the writing placement exam is technically optional. And that's because there are things that you could have done to already place into a higher level of English which is essentially what the writing placement exam does. There are 2 required English courses that all students have to take, English 105 and English 106. So if you've done any of the things listed here, you can technically place directly into English 106 without taking the placement exam. If you don't meet the criteria listed, it is highly recommended that you still take the writing placement exam. However, it is not technically required. So for Victor here, we are going to go ahead and select his language as Spanish. And then we are going to say that he did not meet one of the test score requirements above, to which you are then going to get this pop-up. When it comes to transfer students, none of these placement exams are technically going to be required for you. This is because you're coming in with different transferable equivalent courses. Therefore, there's not necessarily a need for placement if you have that coursework already completed. However, depending on the amount of coursework you have completed, as well as the major that you're going into, your faculty advisor or your admission counselor may say or recommend that you should take one of the placement exams. So for transfer students, really, it's a conversation between you and your admission counselor on whether or not you need one of these exams. And if you have any questions about it, I would honestly recommend reaching out to your admission counselor. And finally, the last item on the RSVP form is regarding accommodations that we offer through the Office of Student Accessibility Services. So if you had an IEP in high school, if you require specific accommodations in the classroom in order to ensure your success, you may want to go ahead and select yes here so that we can have our Office of Student Accessibility Services reach out to you. And once you've answered that final question, just take one final glance over this form to ensure that all the information is correct. And then they're going to go ahead and hit submit. Alrighty, and that's about all that I have for you all. If you have any other questions, there's a few different people that you can reach out to. Number 1, your admission counselor. We are your Elmhurst best friend. We are here to help you, and we will always be happy to answer questions. And number 2, if you run into any technical issues or portal issues, the Office of Information Services would be happy to assist you with anything like that. You can reach them at servicedesk@elmhurst.edu or give them a call. And last, but certainly not least, the Office of Advising. They are there if you have any specific advising questions or need to make any changes or updates to your appointment. And you can reach them at new2eu@elmhurst.edu. That's a number 2, new2eu@elmhurst.edu. Or you could also give them a call as well. And fret not, I will put all that contact information in the description below. So go forth and enjoy RSVPing for advising and registration. We cannot wait to have you on campus or see you virtually as you officially pick out your classes and start getting even more ready for that first day of class. And we're even more excited to officially welcome you to the Elmhurst community and see you on campus soon. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye to all my friends and future Blue Jays.